Hey, do you want to show your support for the show? You can do exactly that by wearing shirts just like this. You can find them at bit.ly/mrshirts or shop.themodernrogue.com. You can get one just like this, or like this, or even like this. And if you wear it, everybody will think you're cool and know how great you are.
Dude, I totally remember road trips where CBs were must-have to listen for where the cops at. Like,
we're
looking for
Smokey.
Smokey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, post-70s, like late 70s into early 80s, everything was about the CB and what you were getting away with.
Did you ever pick a handle?
No, I should. The monarch of boundless suffering was my handle.
I would love
That's
to
my
picture 9-year-old Jason. This is the monarch of boundless suffering.
Come back.
Who's out there?
That's literally playing Dungeons and Dragons with a CB radio. I will now roll for initiative.
We should do that. All right, we're back with Josh Nass of Ham Radio Crash Course. Last time, Josh, you taught us about the basics of radio, but now we're going to talk about transmitting in the amateur space.
Right, and specifically kind of the space for technicians, which is the first level of amateur radio if you go out and take your test to get your license.
At a casual glance, I see VHF, UHF, transmitter, receiver.
Right.
This looks to me to be the kind of gizmo that I was able to buy at Walmart starting in the 90s when all of a sudden we went from CB radios to a bunch of UHF transmitters that suddenly the range got a lot better.
Yep.
But it was like a FRS,
GMRS.
Letters.
So important distinction with those radios is those radios are licensed by the FCC. The license is attached to the radio. If you flip the back over, it says FCC. These radios, it's the operator. I'm licensed by the FCC, so I'm pretty much allowed to take whatever radio I want as long as I'm following the rules and transmit with them.
So when you buy some off-the-shelf stuff, that's essentially like in the 90s, the FCC carved out a chunk of spectrum and said, go nuts, these are the channels, everybody
and
can
there's certain
use these.
rules. The manufacturers must only put out like a 1.5 watt output for those FRS
So
radios.
the hardware was automatically just hobbled, so you really couldn't do anything bad with it.
Generally, yeah, you can't go spuriously create interference all over the place. You have to generally live within the little shoebox.
But you, being a licensed ham radio operator, you have no volume limit, just blast it?
Yeah, there is a physical volume limit because at some point you don't want to take something that's this big next to your face and transmit more than, say 8 watts.
Okay.
Right? But yes, as a licensed amateur, I have an upper floor of power output, which is like 1500 watts. This is 5, but that's still much better than an FRS radio, for example.
And so just so I understand the context, the off-the-shelf things, when you say channelized, basically they carve out this much spectrum and they just divvy it up by channel.
Right.
And that's all it is. So you're jumping just in this very small space.
We go in kilohertz cycles, so you basically have hundreds of frequency spaces that you can operate in. And some of those, we have informal band plans. Some of those spaces are reserved for just low Earth satellites that we play with amateur radios. Some of them are for APRS, which is like a digital mode. So we generally try and work with each other in how we use this space. These, though, are for talking.
We talked about AM and FM and shortwave. Where does VHF, UHF exist on that spectrum?
Yeah, it's perfect. So if you go up to the higher side of the frequencies, that is where VHF, UHF is. That's the type of radios that punch through the atmosphere. So line of sight communication.
So these guys are not going to broadcast to China from here.
No, maybe with the assistance of a lower satellite, but generally, if you're just using this to talk to a friend.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that advanced stuff,
Yeah.
bouncing off of satellites and whatnot.
Oh no, the satellite itself has the radio on board. We're uplinking on one frequency, it downlinks on another frequency.
Like a repeater?
Would that,
Yes,
yeah, I was
yes,
about to say,
yes,
that's
yes.
a repeater, but like
A crossband
low orbit repeater?
Yes.
Fascinating.
Traveling at thousands and thousands of miles.
That never occurred to me because I thought, oh, all repeaters are going to be terrestrial, right? But not at all.
Yeah.
I feel like we're on the edge of a cliff looking down into a very majestic...
the big black pool of...
I could see him getting weird about
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess that without a license, I should not just grab one of these, turn tune and say, yo, what's up? What's going on, people?
You definitely shouldn't transmit. You can receive just fine though, because what's happening is people are grabbing these and it's fairly wide banded, meaning all of the VHF, UHF space, and people have kind of erroneously gone onto emergency channels.
Oh dear.
And they've transmitted, and it's got in the way of people first responders doing their job, and they've gotten arrested and fined. So
Whoa.
if you don't know, don't transmit.
Got it, but everybody can listen.
Everybody can listen.
Okay.
That's a trap that you could easily fall into in just grabbing a walkie-talkie and think, oh, this is like the one I had when I was a kid. I'm just going to talk and talk and talk, and not realizing that you're breaking any number of laws.
Correct.
So because you are licensed, what are your privileges that we don't have?
Well, one is to transmit.
Yeah.
But I have a certain set of rules when I transmit. I have to use my call sign and generally behave in a way of, a good steward of radio.
Can you act as sort of a Obi-Wan Kenobi and like be the director and have us speak on your behalf, or only your voice can be spoken?
No, so I can have you transmit on this radio. I'm within control operator range of it, so if you grab it out of your hands, because if you start screaming or whatever,
You might.
You just have to use my call sign.
If he says DJ locally,
Right.
tase him.
Right.
What if you just want to be DJ locally?
DJ locally, that's my DJ name.
Radio is dead.
My name's
YouTube is where it's at.
We can't broadcast music. We can't do anything like that where we'd get into FCC trouble.
Let's talk about all the do's and don'ts. Language, are you able to say whatever you want?
Stuff.
Curse words? Graphic depictions of sex?
So, no, okay. Let me back this up. Generally, we don't curse. We generally don't go into graphic nature of some things. But you can generally talk about politics and religion. That comes up a lot.
In an age of cell phones, why would you even bother with CBs? Because what's the range on these? I guess you dial it up to maybe...
Anywhere from 4 miles up to 40 to 50 miles, just from this unit.
Wow, so we could be like kids in the middle of the night,
Right.
hey man, what's going on?
There's all kinds of things you can do to increase the output power of this. You can get more power with a different radio. You can put up a better antenna. You can go up on a mountain. Why do we use this in this world of mobile phones? Well, the infrastructure goes down, right? We're only as good as the cell phone tower having power.
When the zombie apocalypse happens, your cell phones are out, your internet is out.
Right. Important distinction. If the cell tower goes down, your local cell tower, your phone is done.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking over Wi-Fi, but that has an extremely small footprint. So this, when there's no cell phones, gets out, nothing else will.
Which brings me to my next question. What does it take to get a license?
So there's a test. I have a book here. This is a study guide.
Man.
For each of you with the radios.
Where do you take the class to this? You just you knock on the government's door?
There's a special frequency.
No, it's great.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
And then they start peppering you with questions.
That's right. Yeah. All of a sudden it's Morpheus. You're like, are you really Jason?
They make you take a pill, you wake up in a weird location. It's really weird. So the FCC puts out the guidelines as far as like the question pool, but then we have volunteer examiners. It's totally a volunteer-based system to where you can go to a testing location. Testing locations usually follow amateur radio clubs, and there's generally some in every major city.
And the license we're talking about, is it a universal ham radio license? Or?
It is a amateur radio license for the United States at the technician level, which is the first, then there's general and extra.
Granted by the FCC?
Correct, it's an FCC license.
I feel like we can be a technician.
Yeah, so it's 35 questions when you go take the test. It's multiple choice, and you have to pass with a 74%.
Hey, Jason, what are the FCC rules regarding the use of phonetic alphabet for station identification in the amateur radio service? A, it is required when transmitting emergency messages. B, it is prohibited. C, it is required when in contact with foreign stations. Or D, it's encouraged.
D, it's encouraged.
You are right. Dude, technician, here we come.
So a lot
One
of the
down.
That's it. Only 34 to go.
Yep.
So a lot of the test is more centered around safety. Don't hurt yourself with radio, because you can, actually.
Wow.
We don't want to reset the counter here.
Don't dial to the gamma band.
So safety, general rules of operation, and that's pretty much it. There's a lot of other technical aspects of it, but it doesn't go that down the rabbit hole. It starts you off easy.
Once you get your technician license, do you get a bunch of letters and numbers and that becomes your
Yeah,
name?
so you generally get a call sign. It's usually a 2-letter, a number, and then a 3-letter. So mine is KI6NAZ.
Is that something you want to publicly put out?
So yes, it can go to your home address, but you can also attach it to a P.O. box if you wanted to.
Okay, but meanwhile, it's like, what are they going to do? Call, like, I know you're out there, John.
No, they'll show up at your house.
Oh, wow.
So if you use your call sign and then you start saying something that is no bueno, they'll come find you. Hands will come and say, you should probably not do that on the air. It doesn't get violent. We're all supposed to not do that, but we're a self-policing group.
Self-regulated,
Right.
You're like Reddit moderators.
Right. And if you don't use your call sign and you're out there transmitting, we have the easy equipment to find you. We can RF direction find
So
you.
don't tick off the hams.
Yeah, we're a surly group.
Don't jam the hams.
Don't jam the ham.
Don't jam the ham.
All right, I want to see this in action.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, what do we do here?
You have a radio body, a battery, and an antenna. That's the only thing you really need. Make sure you have an antenna on before you turn it on. That's always a good safety thing. And it'll protect the radio.
Oh, really?
Because if you don't have that on there, you're basically sending out RF. You could burn yourself.
Oh, wow.
And you could damage the internal circuitry in the
Wow.
radio.
I had no idea.
Turn the volume knob, and that turns it on. And don't click the PTT button. And that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
What's the PTT
Oh,
button?
look,
Is
it
that-
says, look at this, look
Oh,
at
that
it.
one
It
right
says
there.
the word mono-rogue.
Yeah, I
He programmed it,
programmed
it says
that.
mono-rogue. What? Dude, I'm not gonna lie. All I want to do is press the shameful button that I must not touch.
Yeah.
And then DJ Local Lee is back.
So maybe I should be the listener because we only have one licensed operator here.
Yeah, okay.
So what if you guys went all the way to HQ?
Okay.
That would be farther than I've ever had a walkie-talkie experience. We could be on the phone.
Yeah.
So that'll be our two-way communication. But I want to see if I can hear it. It's almost 3 miles away from where we are as the
It'll be
crow
a good
flies.
test, good test.
Would that be able to work inside or?
No, you got to go outside because again, you're giving your radio the best chance of working when you're out of doors, nothing attenuating the signal coming in.
Okay, so we'll see if we're able to get nearly 3 miles
Yep.
of distance, and you can broadcast I don't know, something to me.
We'll keep it legal, but yeah. And you can do it as long as you use my call sign.
All right.
Now, when you say legal, now I'll come up with something. It's fine.
Is something as small as me raising my hand, is that going to make a difference?
Not really. But
Okay,
it
all
might
right.
be extra dramatic flair.
Okay, you ready, Brian?
Dude, are you guys out
Yep,
there?
we're ready to go.
I got to tell you, man, everything about this feels like no way that this rinky-dink unit I'm holding in my hand is going to reach that whole 3 miles.
I am confident in the power of radio. You gotta believe, man.
All right, well, I'm at the highest point that's nearby the old warehouse. There are trees, which I know aren't great. There's power lines that aren't great. But I guess let her rip.
Okay, we're ready to go. I'm about to transmit. Okay,
Whoa.
What just happened? Dude, the FCC, they figured out that you don't have a license.
I pushed
You
the wrong
pushed
button?
the emergency call button, not the PTT button.
Oh!
But I heard it on the other end.
So does that mean like the cops are on their
No,
way?
but could you hear it?
I heard it over the phone.
Uh-oh, okay.
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 Well, here we go. Let me try this again. KI6NAZ radio test.
Okay, the good
Samson,
news,
this is the Chooch comeback.
I got like a burst of static. The bad news is it was right next to my ear at full volume. What does that mean if I just hear like a
Means you're getting part of it. So I have a same radio, 5 watt, but with a longer antenna. I'm gonna try and call you.
He's gonna try it on his own, okay?
Okay. Oh, dude, hold on. Hit me with that again.
KI6NAZ, KI6NAZ, radio test, radio test.
Oh no, I got less of it that time.
Now, Brian, I want you to hit the A-B button and watch the arrow go from the 146 number to the 446 number.
Okay.
We just switched from VHF mode to UHF mode.
Dude, I remember as a kid that the UHF channels tended to come in better than the VHF channels. Was VHF, is that like the FM/AM thing where it was higher fidelity but shorter range?
Different than that, or the reverse, the UHF is less resistant to the greenery, the trees. It's not affected by.
The trees pose less
Got
of a
it.
problem when you're in UHF.
Okay, all right, I'm switched over to the 446 channel.
Okay, we're gonna try it again.
All right.
KI6NAZ, radio check. Samson, this is Chooch. Can you hear me?
I mean, yes, I can hear you. That's amazing.
Yeehaw!
KI6NAZ, this is the Chooch broadcasting out to Samson. Samson, I have found the drug money. The money with the drugs on the drug.
I would love to believe that there's some amateur ham cop listening right now.
We might be having somebody monitoring going, what's going on?
Just kidding.
Dude, that's
Approved.
a total success, man. We did it. That is remarkable.
Did we violate any laws?
No, we're good.
Okay.
He didn't transmit back, so we're good.
All right, dude. So loop back at 0500 for beers.
0500 is 5 a.m. DJ Local Lee.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out.
Go ahead and give him 7-3 from KI6NAZ.
Okay.
7-3 from KI6NAZ.
What does that mean?
It means thank you and this is it. Best wishes.
Yeah, well, 7-3 to you too. All right, we'll be at HQ. Those kids from Stranger Things, I had those exact realistic units. You used to have to go to Radio Shack and buy individual crystals because you only got 3 channels. So you would have one be the emergency, which you were never supposed to put it on. One would, of course, be the trucker channel, which I think was 13. And then the other, I think we picked like 37, something that was obscure enough that me and my friend could talk across the neighborhood.
I had to hang out with truckers.